Hey everybody, it's Bunny. Welcome back to Coloralongs. This is the second part of the Tinkerbell page from Fabiana Attansio. So I had started to do the ring, and this was going to be blue, pink, purple. I did not like it. It was just, I didn't like it. So I went over it with yellow. And I'm going to like the yellow, but obviously you're going to see a little oopsie right up in here, but it happens like that. It bees like that sometimes. Anyway, we're gonna go back to the skin. So on the last video, I told you all that I was using dark brown, light umber, and goldenrod. So I went ahead and put light umber on her face. Like we did on camera, we did the dark brown right here and up in here, but and we did goldenrod. So the rest of this is only light umber on her face. Um, and you saw me do everything else. So we're going to get back to it. So I'm going to get my dark brown now. And because I'm going to go ahead and do these freckles here, I don't think I'm going to blush out her cheeks. I think, yeah, I'm not going to blush out her cheeks at all. So I'm going to go ahead and do my dark brown. Get my little trusty pencil thing here. All right. So they're showing the purge, and yeah, that's not the movie for me. I really don't like the purge, any of them. I it's too close to what could happen for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, people think, oh, it's entertainment and this and that, but I mean, really, it's too close to what I feel like some people would want to happen. I'm gonna erase that because I'm gonna use light umber, and these don't erase well, but I just need it to be, lightened up. So I'm not watching that. All I'm watching is Vice, and I'm watching that's better because I want the inside of her ear to be dark because it would be dark. I'm watching Vice, a show called Payday, which I've never seen before. Um, and so right now I'm really trying to just figure out, look and tell, because she has hair in places. She's kind of turned, her mouth's kind of turned to the side. And she's kind of a little bit turned to the side. So I'm trying to figure out where her contours would be because I don't want dark circles under her eyes, but I want it to look right. So light layers. Like you always hear from everyone else, light layers are the way to go. So that way, if you color and you don't, something doesn't really work out how you wanted it to, you could usually probably fix it. So now I gotta go and I gotta get another set. I think my next set of prisms will be Either the 32, this, well, it'll be a bigger set than what I have now. And then I was thinking about getting castle arts, but I don't know. I've been told they're pretty good, but people are telling me either Artezas or Black Willows. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna just. I'm not a pencil. Um, I like you all see that I don't use anything but pencils, so I'm not gonna say not a pencil person, but I don't want a whole bunch of sets of pencils. Like I really, because then that would just make me feel like I would have to use all of them, and I know certain pencils work on certain paper, but you know, I'm pretty good with my crazy arts, my Crayolas, and my Prismacolors. So I don't know if I'm going to necessarily get the black arts or the Artezas. That's why I haven't really moved on that yet, because I still want a larger set of Prismacolors after all that anyway. So if I get another set, would I really use it? That's my question. Um, just like with the, I like the colors in my Crayolas, but I haven't really used my Crayolas as much as my crazy arts. But I don't know if it was just this particular pack of crazy arts, but like I've said before, my crazy arts, they get so, they lay down really well. So, and some of my Crayolas I have a struggle with, and I think it's just like if I haven't used it, then I have to use it for a while, and then it kind of softens up, I guess. I don't know. But I love my crazy arts, and these here. And of course, if you when you're using crazy arts and Crayolas, the picture takes longer, which is why I love the Prismacolors. So now I'm gonna go over my goldenrod, because we don't want the goldenrod to just stay straight yellow. We want it to be brown so that it just looks like a highlight. So we just go over it very lightly, because you still want to see the difference. You just want it to be lighter. And no worries if you make it a little too dark, because like I said, it's all about layers and blending, so we're going to go over it again anyway. So let me see, what will be my music recommendation for today? Michel'le. I don't know if any of you have heard of Michel'le. She was pretty big. She did very well on her first album. And she was with rapper Dr. Dre, produced her. And her most famous song is "Something in My Heart," which is beautiful. It shows her range. She has a beautiful voice, singing voice, and then she has a very different high pitch kid voice as a speaking voice. So if you heard her talk, you wouldn't think, you hear her talk and then you hear her sing, you wouldn't think it was the same person. But she can sing her butt off. And she had some issues and things, and they did a Lifetime thing on her, a movie on her actually. And if you watch any of the movie documentaries about NWA or Dre, then you would have heard her name. But she is going to be my music recommendation for today. Michel'le. M-I-C-H, I think she's M-I-C-H-E-L apostrophe L-E. I'm thinking. I don't remember how she spells her name. She might be M-I-C-H. Yeah, I think that's how she spells her name. Anyway, just put in Michelle and then put an apostrophe between the last L, between the two L's, and you'll have her name. And one of the, probably the first song that'll come up is Something in My Heart. Very, very nice voice. So she is my music rec for today. I had to put these in my descriptions too. Let's see what's going on here. So I'm just this is dark brown. And I'm not burnishing yet. I'm just committing to what I want to be darker. So it's light, but let's say medium, right? I want to say light medium, but then that's going too far, right? So just, you don't want to be hard pressure. So I would say hard pressure is when you burnishing, right? So you want to be medium. You still want to be able to put another layer over this. So yeah, I'm just committing to what all I want to be dark brown. So with the medium pressure, I know that it's not going to get any lighter than this. Like, it's going to be a definite difference between this dark brown and the light umber. I got the burps. I'm sorry. I had heartburn so bad last night. Oh my God. And I don't usually get heartburn. That's the thing. Like, I was like, what is going on? I had heartburn so bad. And then on top of that, I had a headache. So it was horrible yesterday. Even when I filmed the first part of this video. Ooh, it's so dark. It's so dark. It's so dark. Even when I filmed the first part of this video yesterday, I wasn't feeling good. And so when I got the phone call and I had to end the video, I just couldn't go back to it. I put on my, I get lidocaine patches, and I looked it up just to make sure I wasn't going to, like, if I fell asleep, I wasn't going to be in any kind of, harm to myself. So I did look it up. So I put my lidocaine patches on my temple and down up in here and just lay down. And I was through for the day. I didn't do anything. I couldn't. So, and it's because I have been without contacts for a while, and I get headaches anyway, even with my contacts, because I have constant blurred vision. Even with the contacts, they don't correct for that. I have it's called ghosting or halos. So it just makes it's kind of like a double vision, and it's all the time. So I have headaches all the time anyway. But the headache coupled with the heartburn was just too much. So I couldn't do anything. But on better note, the reason I can do this page here is because they gave me contacts, but these aren't my prescription. They're just temporary and good enough for me to be able to see better, because before, without the contacts, all of this is just if I'm at a regular height of where you would normally, a normal person would color, this would mostly, I would just see black lines on a white page, but I wouldn't be able to distinguish it, which is why I did the other page, because you can see these are bigger. And plus I was like, my head, and you didn't see me on the camera because I was to the side, but my head was this close, like, see how that is, to the page, so that I could see it to color it. It took me a while to do this page because of that, but the contacts I have now, I can at least make out I can make out the lines, and I can be a little further back, so we're getting there. And so I'm just now I'm just waiting for my prescription to come in. My contacts are custom made, so it can take up to 3 weeks to get. So yeah, but thank goodness, you know, we're making it. It's crazy, but you know, it's gonna get better, I know. So we're making do. I'm just hoping that my insurance is gonna pay for those contacts, because if they don't, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But that's a problem for another day. We're going to be hopeful. We're going to be positive. And we're going to believe that they're going to pay for them. And in the meantime, we're going to color. Right? We're going to color. So now that was still all done with this oh, well, let's go ahead and contour a little more up in here. I don't want it too dark, but I do want to make a little distinguished marks up in here a little bit more. Okay, so that was all our dark brown. We're gonna go back to our light umber. We're gonna go over the dark brown and into what we already did with our light umber, right? This might end up being our final layer. So let me take that back. We're gonna go ahead and get our goldenrod and put our goldenrod back in. I'm gonna go down in here because I do want that, as I can see that needs to be a little lightened up, because it would go probably down into the chest area. I want to make sure that stays light. I'm gonna go over the nose, right up on those eyelids. And when it comes to skin color, but really anything coloring, when you're layering and blending, you just have to just play with it. Look at picture it in your head and then try to do it until it comes somewhat how you want it to be. It don't have to be exact because I have yet to get, well, this picture here, I will say this picture and the picture in well, especially Tinkerbell, is as close to what I had envisioned than most of my other pictures. There's always something in some of my pictures that I don't like. I have been working on a page in Romantic Country that I couldn't work on for a while because I couldn't really see, but now that I have my little temporary contacts, I think I can probably finish it. And so that'll be done too. And since I'm talking about it, I might as well show y'all because I think it's pretty nice. Let's see if we can find it real quick. Here we go. So this is in Romantic Country 3rd Tale, and it's the Taking a Trip page, and I love that. I just have to do her hair. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with the windows, and then do this tree. But if you can see, that's how I did the tree right there. I think it looks, when I first did it, I wasn't happy with it, but as I kept coloring, it came along. So that's what I'm working on. In a couple of hours after I finish this here, or at least work on this here, I'll be working on that and finishing it so I can feel like I finished something. So because I'm not going to give her any blush, I'm just going to lighten her cheeks a little bit. We're just going to give her a little light on this in the cheek area. Okay. Now we're going to take our golden, I'm getting confused. Let me go into this. And I'm going all the way into that light umber because I'm gonna use light umber anyway to go in a minute anyway. So we can just go into it. It's gonna get blended out. Okay, so now we're gonna take our light umber and go ahead and darken up some areas. And then with her hair, we're going to try to we're going to do a ombre with I'm thinking sienna brown, Tuscan red, and either crimson red or carmine. I'm not sure. I'm not sure with the last color yet. I gotta swatch it out and see how they look, and then that way I'll know what I want to do, like how they look together. And then once I figure that out, I'll come back on and we'll do the hair. I won't do the dress on or the wings. We'll just stick to the skin and the hair on this page here. And maybe I'll show y'all how I blend out, but you should you should be able to tell kind of how I blend out, because that's how I would do the background if I even do a background on this page. I'm not sure if I want one, because usually I do a background, but you know, sometimes I'm trying to learn that you don't always have to put a background. Sometimes you can just color it and be done with it, even though for me it just feels so undone without a background. So see how it's coming along. And we're gonna make her lips pink because we're gonna on the other one she looks maybe teenagery, and so we want to keep her in a teenage, preteen look. Like I could like do neutral on her lip, and that will just be like do a nude lip. But because she's pouting, I really want that pout to like still like show quite a bit. So go in. This video's so dark. I'm so sorry. And go in like that. And that's basically it. That is how we're going to keep doing this until we get it how we like it. You just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with your pencils, with the colors that you decided to use. And you just blend and layer until it looks close to what you want it to look like. So we gotta put the knuckles back in. We don't want any harsh lines. That's why we're layering and blending and trying to get rid of harsh lines at the same time. See that? Love it. So that's what I will do. I will just keep going back and forth until it gets to how I want it. So this is how I'm going to do the skin tone for the Tinkerbell. And then when I come back, we're going to do her hair. And we might as well go ahead and do that crown. And then that will be done with this page. So it's going to be in 3 parts. So this is the second part. Come back, we'll do the third part, which is the hair, and we'll be done. And hopefully I'll go ahead and clean up my nails, because I know y'all like, will she just do something about the nails? I know. Anyway, Thank y'all for watching. I will be back with part 3, which is the hair. Thank y'all for watching. Bye.